What's shaking? It's Bacon, and I gotta thank you guys for the last video. You guys left me a lot of feedback and kind of just did exactly what I was hoping for, to have a meaningful discussion and break down the information that we got with the Vanguard weapons and gear. And in this one, I wanted to focus on the new Monarchy gear, the new faction gear that they've announced. And we got to look at, two pieces of Warlock gear and then a couple of weapons. So I wanted to cover that and see what we can get out of this. So without any further delay, let's get into it. We have the Vindicator 10 auto rifle, and this thing is just a stereotype. It's just an auto rifle, and it doesn't seem to have anything special about it. It's pretty basic, and if anything, I'd say bad from what I can see. Obviously, I haven't touched a gun, so I can't really fully say if it's bad or not, but I'm just not feeling it. It has a pathetic impact and then the crazy rate of fire like most auto rifles that we pick up that are legendary. Pretty basic, and then its perks aren't so good for the weapon. It does not really fit. The first being the longer it's fired, the more accurate it grows, and yeah, that fits an auto rifle, I'd say, but this thing only has 30 bullets in the mag. Most of the times you're just going to be reloading, which is interrupting that run of the perk. Then you have kills with this weapon increases your top speed, and come on now, that right there is a waste of a perk slot. I would not run it like this, and it made me think about re-rolling it and like reforging, but what's the point? Because this thing's stats and magazine size are so like basic, then what's the point of re-rolling this one in particular? I don't see any appeal to it, and I don't think I'll be picking it up. Next is Red Hand 9, and this is a hand cannon that has basic general hand cannon stats that are not superb, not too bad. They're just in the middle somewhere. And the thing that sets it apart are its perks. I'm really interested in its perks. And the first being that the weapon has better target acquisition. And a lot of you guys have spoken to me about this perk, saying that this is related to auto aim. And I believe you. I think that this is based on auto aim. It seems to be the most logical explanation. And I'm really interested to see how this plays out, especially for a hand cannon. I think maybe it might work out even better than it would for a sniper. I'm not sure, because auto aim is kind of a shaky thing. It depends on how hard you focus it into the game and how concentrated, I guess, you make it. Not really sure how that's going to play out, but I am interested to trying it out. And then the second one being rapid precision shots with this weapon will send one bullet back to the magazine. And I don't know, I feel like this can go in two ways. Like I said last video, it can either be for every 2 precision shots or for every 3 precision shots. And this gun has 10 bullets in the magazine. So if we're going with 3 like Black Hammer, then we're only going to have 3 bullets coming back. If we're going by 2, then it's going to be 5 bullets coming back. I'm interested to see how that works too. I feel like it could be really nice to flow with, just having them coming back. It's just a neat little perk. It's nothing crazy, but it's neat. But I also think that this perk would be way better for special weapons, especially a sniper. Oh, now we got the Pacifier 10 machine gun. I need a good machine gun in my life, and this one looks like it might live up to what I need, because it's a very accuracy-based machine gun, landing your shots and using every bullet effectively. The first perk being this weapon grows more accurate the longer it's fired. And I know when I'm mowing down crowds of enemies in the Crucible, this could come in handy. And then the second being higher stability. What more can you ask for? It's plain, simple, and it seems to be effective. This gun also looks really badass. It has a nice vibe to it. I don't know how to really explain it. It just seems edgy yet calm. And I'm really interested in having this thing in my hand and just going to town in the Crucible. So you can expect me to pick this one up. The rocket launcher Admonisher 3 is the last weapon we got to see from this faction guy. And it's an interesting one. It's kind of kooky. Alright, so first it has tracking rockets, which, a lot of people love tracking rockets. But for me personally, I don't really enjoy them in the Crucible, especially when they're kind of slow. And sadly, this one's kind of a tortoise. Its velocity is pretty pathetic, but its blast radius is huge. It's just maxed out. It's awesome. And then what is the really weird part to me is that it only carries one shell at a time. And that reminds me of the rare weapons we used to use before we were level 20. And I suppose this plays into its favor because it has a perk where if you reload the weapon when the mag is empty, the reload is way quicker. But at the same time, this is kind of a downside because I have gear that gives me extra heavy. And to have this, if I have, say, 2 bullets instead, it's gonna diminish the value of that perk. Because you don't have heavy that long when you're playing in Crucible. It's kinda just use it, and you're done. If I have to slow down that perk, it doesn't really help me out. And then what's the point of actually using this weapon? Now let's move on to the little glimpse of gear that we got to see. So the Warlock is gonna get new robes called the Elector's robes. And the perks, I'm not feeling them that much, but it depends on playstyle. Now you get more ammo for auto rifles and more ammo for snipers. And I do not run auto rifle with my sniper. I've just started sniping and it's delicious. I love it. But I use hand cannons with it. I just don't really flow that well with the auto rifle and sniping. So I don't know, if you like to play that way, maybe these will be useful to you, but for me, I will not be using them. And I kind of mentally thought that, oh, we can just re-roll the actual gear. No, I need to say that you cannot re-roll gear. It's just weapons. So don't get that mixed up like I did, sadly. And then we can see this new helmet. I didn't catch the name. I didn't catch any of the perks. It was just like a display view. And, you know, it's basic Warlock helmet. Just like the basic design, just different colors. I don't know. I generally do not know anything about this thing, so sorry about that. And before I close out of this, I gotta say, Deej really teased us, man. He went to the Dead Orbit guy and just looked at his entire stock, but didn't go over any of the weapons. Nothing. I was dying after he left and went off to do something else. I was upset. I was like, man, I really wanted to see if these things just have like pretty much the same weapons, just different factions. Or maybe they have something totally different and we just did not get to see it. It's sad, but whatever. We'll just have to wait until House of Wolves actually drops. And speaking of dropping, drop a like, subscribe if you enjoyed all that jazz, and I will catch you guys in the next one.